Hey you, what's good? Thanks for being here. This is Random Access Monologue, but you already knew that because you clicked on the video and saw the title. Or maybe you're binging these because I somehow made it big and you're watching back through my crappy old episodes before I figured out what the hell I was doing. Either way, I appreciate you tuning in. I'm Corey, your host, and it is Tuesday, September 17th. This is episode 12 of this show. A full dozen. I didn't know I would make it this far. And it's all thanks to, well, me. Because nobody watches this yet. Playing a little Pokemon SoulSilver again today. Got my slightly modified Nuzlocke challenge that I'm doing. Randomizer. We had a very tragic death last episode with the Venonat. What was her name? Sally, I think? But, yeah, you know, I'm in a good mood today. Feeling good about life. Oh, hey, it's 11:11. Make a wish. Remember that from fucking junior high? I wish that, well, I'm gonna keep that to myself. Let's get into the game here. So you may notice the graphics look a little bit different. If you watched the last SoulSilver episode that I did, I was having that weird issue where the overworld sprites were a little blurry. I found a way to fix it at the cost of making a lot of the edges of things sharper and more pixelated, and you can see like there's a lot of weird tearing going on when I walk. But I was just tweaking the emulation settings, and I decided it was worth it for having a much clearer, sharper picture. So that's what's going on with that. My beverage of choice today, I got another little, just made myself a juice mixer with the apple bubbly sparkling water, little grapefruit juice and lime juice. It's cold, it's refreshing, it's got a little bit of carbonation to it. And I already had 2 beers tonight, so I decided that was plenty for now. Alright, what are we doing here in the game? I know I got another badge last time. After this bitch, whatever her name is, I already forgot. Whitney. Yeah, she murdered one of my Pokemon, so I had to, or no she didn't, one of her gym trainers did that. So I had to come back and give her a piece of my Pokemon's power. Who did we replace her with? Oh yeah, Dundee, the Croconaw that I've been staring at this whole time. What does he got going on? First team member caught in a Great Ball. Switcheroo. Don't care. Power Gem could be useful. Leaf Blade. Okay. Gonna have to level grind him a bit, seeing as how he's severely under everybody. I'm not sure exactly where I'm supposed to be going right now, but I'm just going to continue north, I suppose. I think I'll give my Pokemon cool nicknames as a reward if they do well in the Pokeathlon. What is that, like the Olympics for Pokemon? Right, they just race? I may not look it, but I'm pretty good at mechanics. Do you want to know how to listen to the radio? Nope. That's okay. I already got it. All figured out. So I already fought a lot of the trainers on this route. I know that. Oh. Except this guy somehow. I'm very confused, because I know I went into this grass. That's where I found this little guy. Was this trainer even here before? I don't know what's going on. Artist, Mark. Oh, I totally thought he was in like a cop uniform. Oh, he was. It's just randomized. Almost forgot. Empoleon, this is going to be a problem. Because, pretty sure steel resists grass. I'm under leveled. Just going to switch out and get that XP. I know I have somebody with an electric move, right? Thunderwave. Oh, right. That's the only thing I have, isn't it? Well, I suppose in that case, dig should do it. Unless water resists ground, but I don't think it does. Dreidel needs to level up a bit too, honestly. And Ancient Power ain't gonna do much, but I'm just hoping he doesn't get that stat boost. Oh, good. But yeah, I got some of my PC issues fixed. Like I mentioned, the graphical issue that I was dealing with in this game, figured out a pretty decent solution to that. Wow, that really didn't do much. I'm gonna go ahead and put up a reflect. Luster Purge, what is that? What is that? Not very effective is what it is. Suck it, Empoleon. Okay, now we'll go for a dig. Ancient Power ain't gonna do shit with that reflect up. Still 7 HP though, I should switch Dreidel out after this next round. Yeah, so I got that fixed. The other thing was the ridiculously high render time. I think I mentioned in a previous episode how the last SoulSilver one that I did, because I don't need to edit the fucking Stardew Valley episodes at all, I just upload them straight from the MP4 file that the game recorder creates. SoulSilver I have to edit. That last one was 2 hours and it took 11 hours plus to render. I did some test runs by just rendering like a 1-minute section of the video with some different codecs, and unfortunately I was not able to find anything that was faster, so that's just something I'm going to have to deal with for now until I maybe find a different solution. But that's okay. You know, I can just set it and go to work or go to sleep and let it do its thing. What else was going on? Oh yeah, so my my last PC, before I got this new one, don't need flail, was crashing a lot. And I thought, hey, I have a brand new, well not brand new, but I have a new PC that a friend who gave it to me said, you know, it's all good, it's got pretty good parts, it shouldn't have any problems. Well, this thing kept crashing too, every once in a while. And I was so confused. Well, okay, I should clarify. I don't know if it was crashing per se, but what would happen was, instead of just locking up, it would just suddenly reboot. So I would be watching a video or something, and then all of a sudden, the screen would go black, and it would just boot up like it had been turned off or asleep or something. And my suspicion is that it had nothing to do with the computer itself, and that it was due to this super shitty, cheap power strip surge protector that I had bought from Goodwill. So I went out today, got a brand new, nice power strip. It was like 20 bucks. Seems a little high, but I mean, they also had one that was like 50 bucks. So wanted to get something nice and high quality that I knew I could rely on. And I'm hoping that will fix that. It hasn't happened yet since I plugged in the new one, so I think we're good on that. Alright, let's see here. The Pokeathlon Dome is this way. Go participate in the games. You know what? I think I'm going to pass on that. Let's just talk to these people, though. Maybe they can tell us a little more about what it's about. I've been waiting for this moment. Behold, my friendship with my Pokemon. Nah. I wonder if I can participate too. It's only running with Pokemon, right? Okay, so it is just a running race. And then, you know what? Fuck it. Let's see what it's all about. Why not? I got nowhere to be. I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going right now. Muhaha. I feel it. The twinkle in your eyes, the twinkle of friendship. You are quite something. Your crocodile is quite a... I just caught this bitch. I barely even know him yet. But I guess it's ready to participate in the Pokeathlon, bud. Most of all, your solidarity with and trust of Pokemon makes me believe in infinite potential. Okay, either this guy can tell a crazy amount about a person by just looking at them at a glance, or he's absolutely nuts and is way too trusting. For all you know, I'm a Pokemon torturer and serial killer. But sure, I'll follow you. Seem like a nice guy. What do you think? It's the Pokeathlon Dome. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but computer issues, I just always seem to have them no matter what I do. But it's just a matter of looking stuff up and trying to learn what's going on, going through forum posts, testing different things out, troubleshooting, and just trying to figure it out. I'm making some progress. Oh yeah, the other big thing was that weird fuzzy audio that was happening in the last couple episodes. I looked into that and discovered from some other people who seemed to be having the same issue that it was due to a lack of updated graphics card driver. And as it turns out... Okay, I got an Apper Blender. Hold on, let me see what's going on here. Show your true potential, option apricorns, you can run, open it. What? Evolves a Pokemon's performance, strengths and weaknesses. Okay. Labels tell you what kind of drink it is, different effects. So this is all just for the Pokeathlon. Oh, that burp came up from the depths. Shouldn't be drinking carbonated stuff while I'm recording audio, but I don't care. Okay, I guess let's try this out real quick. Only 100? Sure. Oh, I see. I guess let's give it to Lily. Good old loyal starter. Oh. Speed, power, skill, stamina, jump. Well, her power's shit, but, it's a speed juice, and her speed is already maxed, so I guess I should have read the label, huh? Oh. Alright. I guess that helped. I don't know what that does, but... Nope. I'm not gonna bother with this guy. No, I'm not shy, I just don't... Okay, maybe a little. So I updated my graphics card driver, and then I did a test recording of like 40 minutes, and that weird fuzzy audio thing never happened, so I think it should be all good. If it happens again in this recording, I'm gonna be frustrated and pissed and discouraged, but I'm gonna keep trying. So they have 10 events. Which Pokemon should I choose? Probably the best one. Highest level. Hey Whitney, you cried after I defeated your team when your trainer killed, murdered, straight up put one of my Pokemon into the ground forever. And that was my second one. She'd been with me this whole time. So I'm gonna have to kick your ass in this Pokeathlon, let me tell you that much. It is close to Goldenrod City. Did I just push her back? What the hell happened there? Were you going to participate looking like that? Excuse me? Are you insulting my outfit right now? I can't believe this bitch. A jersey, huh? Yeah, she didn't even bring her Pokemon. What up, Walt? Jesse, we need to cook. This is Walt, how are you? You know, a lot of people are misunderstood. Fire breathers like to threaten our Pokemon while training them, but that's not the case at all. We just train our Pokemon normally. Isn't that right, Minin? Breathing fire is just a hobby. Yeah? I bet cooking meth is just a hobby too. I don't know if I trust that guy. Museum of Records, don't care. Let's just do this. The shop? No. I just want to see what this minigame is all about. I'm guessing I'm supposed to talk to these two. Nope. Reception for admission. Let's do it. Speed course. Because Lily has a high speed stat. Team color is red. Oh, is it gonna tell me how to play? Or should I have looked at the info? Okay, well I definitely want Lily. I have to pick 3, I see. Oh, you got really good speed. You got 4, you got... Okay. Let's do it. Speed course. Lily, Flameacorn, and Polly. Jump, fight, be like the wind. Someday I want to fly high. Okay. So we got 4 teams here. Yeah, it's not gonna tell me the controls, is it? Alright, here we go. We're good. We're good. Touch the Pokemon to jump. Control 3 Pokemon at the same time. Jump the hurdles. Alright. Seems straightforward enough. Now, do I have to click them individually? Yeah, okay, I see. Oh. Gotta be quick with the mouse on this. I feel like this would be a lot easier with an actual touchscreen. Which is totally what I have here, because, you know, I'm playing this on a real 3DS. Or DS. Oh, come on, jump, Flameacorn, you got this. Alright. That wasn't terrible. Oh, I got first and second overall. Okay. New record, baby. Got him. Not bad for a first try, huh? Pen and capture. Slide the stylus over a Pokemon to move it, hit others from behind to take... Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna be just fine. Wait, what? Oh god. Yeah, this is not meant to be done with a mouse. Am I doing this right? I have to freaking drag it like that? Okay. Hit the side duck. Get wrecked. What? Oh, I have the most I can have, I guess. Don't hit me. Oh! As long as they don't hit me from behind, I'm okay. How are none of them picking up these other flags? Oh, they just suck. Oh boy. How long does this go for? Oh, I have to... Oh my god. I am not a smart man. I'm supposed to take them back to the thing, aren't I? Yikes! Took an L on that one. Well, now I understand how it works. That was probably really obvious. Quick flick to dash. Flick as fast as you can to go faster. Switch when you're tired. Alright. Oh, God. This is so garbage to control with the mouse. I don't like it. I'm never playing this again. Get out of here, you stupid rocks. For fuck's sake. I'm about to get lapped, aren't I? Alright, get in there. Whoever's next? Yeah, you. Polly. Oh shit, dude. It's almost over. I moved backwards. What was that? "30 seconds left on this shit." Come on, come on. Ugh. No bueno. New record for the worst minigame of all time. Ugh. Final results, I don't win. I might not have gotten last, but 30 points, 39. Okay, that's for the other person. Alright. Alright, I'm so done, it doesn't matter. I got 0 points for event 2. That's a record in itself. Not a good one, but you know. Aren't you so glad I decided to try that out? I know I am. Sorry. Gotta keep clearing my throat because there's always fucking shit in it. Just take another sip of my drink here. I got a straw this time so you don't have to hear my ice clanging around as much. Alright. So, now I know what's in there. Wait, north to the national park. Was there a way to go through this and out the other side that I missed? There sure is. National Park. We made it to Yellowstone. It's fun having Pokemon out of its Pokeball to walk with, but the Pokewalker is only dimension. Blah bitty blah blah. Trying to push the Pokewalker and get kids to buy it. Shame on you, Nintendo. Or Game Freak. Pay attention, please. I have to quit thinking like a teacher all the time. You must be a Pokemon trainer. Since you're working so hard, I want you to have this. Oh, dope. I can actually use that. Quick Claw. Don't I already have one of those, actually? Nope. Maybe it's just equipped already. Okay. Does anybody not have an item to whom I can give this? Dreidel. There you go, bud. Oh, I need to go heal, huh? Nope, I'm just using items. I don't want to run all the way back down there right now. Actually, I'm kind of short on items and don't have a ton of cash, so I'll just eat the time loss. It's worth it. Oh, I have some good news, everybody. This is going to be the last episode with my shitty mic. I've been using this crappy headset mic, and it's bad, and I'm sorry. But I have this friend by the name of Kevin. He also has a YouTube channel. It's called Hamster Butter. I've talked about it before. He makes some really funny content every now and then when he actually uploads. And no, it's great. You should check it out. I'll put a link down in the description. And this dude, he not only straight up gave me this PC for absolutely nothing, but he also gave me a new mic. Because he, I guess, listened to one of my videos and was like, yeah, that sounds like garbage, here you go. So, the only reason I'm not using it right now is because I don't have I don't have a cable for it, nor do I have the box, the receiver, whatever the thing is called, that you plug the mic into and then plug that into the USB port. But I ordered those things on Amazon, and they're supposed to be here like tomorrow, so the next episode should have way better voice audio quality, and I'm super excited about that. it's been like my top priority. It's something I've been wanting to do, wanting to get a mic, and now I have one. Gonna have to do some tests with it, of course, but I'm hoping I'll be able to reduce, you know, background, or not background, but like keyboard noises and such, and just have much better audio quality. I take walks in the park, but I never go into the grass. Trainers always want a battle. Okay, I'm glad I healed. There's going to be trainer battles here. Which is a good opportunity for me to level up the lower guys. But yeah, this guy is one of the most generous people I have ever met in my life. I mean, who just gives somebody a whole... Okay, well, to be... he gave me my last PC as a Christmas gift, and then he just replaced it with this newer one for nothing, and he just gave me this mic for nothing. And like, crazy thing is, I don't even ask for any of this stuff. I just, like, I'll occasionally ask him for, and he can't be switched out. What does this Bonsley have? Arena Trap? Oh no. It's a good thing I have Leaf Blade, but this could go south real quick. Okay, just using Aqua Tail, that's fine. Yeah, like, I don't ask him for any of this stuff. I'll occasionally ask for recommendations on, like, what he thinks would be a good item to buy if I need, like, a new part for my computer or something, and he'll just straight up give me one. It's amazing. He's so selfless, and I've known this guy my whole life. His family moved across the street from mine when we were about 2 years old, and we've been best buds ever since. I mean, we're super close. We're like the kind of friends, you know, we've seen each other's dicks. We hung out all the time as kids, and I don't, you know, there's nothing gay about that. That's just being friends. And like, he's just a real good guy, and he makes really funny content. Okay, Wild Venusaur, that's pretty dope. Gonna have to switch out though. Does Murderer have an Ice type move? No, of course. Why would she? Why would she? Dreidel can take this on, right? Should be fine. Oof. Oh, okay, that was a crit. I can survive even another crit, so I'll be fine. Just gonna... Blaze Kick should be plenty. And you know, when I... Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. You gotta be kidding me. Oh! Well, there you have it. Hold on, my phone just went off. It's just a Reddit comment reply. I don't care right now. I can't be too sad about that because we didn't really have Dreidel for very long. I wasn't super attached, but like, come on, Venusaur. Shadow Ball? Really? Alright, well, this thing's going down. Well, actually, I could technically catch this. I think that makes sense. I'm pretty sure I did that before. Yeah, I caught Murderer. But do I really want another grass type? Actually, do I even have the option? I don't know. Okay, the rules that I set aside, or that I made, you know what I'm trying to say, don't really have anything for this type of situation. I didn't think about this. Okay, even though I did it the other way before, I think from here on out, it makes more sense to only be able to catch the next encounter after the Pokemon dies. So I'm just going to kill this Venusaur, and Flamecorn doesn't have a Fire-type move. I'm dumb. Flash Cannon, I guess? So I'm just going to kill this thing, go release Dreidel, heal up, and then catch the next thing I find. God damn, this thing has good moves though. No, I already decided what I'm going to do for the ruling, so I'm not going back on it. Maybe I'll find another one. Jesus. This is tough stuff, man. You never know what's gonna happen. I mean, I could get hit with a one-hit KO move at any point in this playthrough, and my starter could die. Well, at least Flameacorn got the level up. Christ. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah. So when someone is that just generous and giving and doesn't expect anything in return, it just makes me feel so good inside. And not because I'm getting free stuff. Like, I couldn't care less about that. I mean, it's awesome and I'm super grateful. But I don't expect it. You know, I was just fully planning to buy my own mic. But it inspires me and it makes me want to do the same for other people. And I mean, it's great. I talked about this a while back in like one of the early Minecraft episodes. You know, doing something nice for someone else just feels so great. Like, I love buying food for people when I'm out with them and giving gifts when I can think of something that I think they would want. And it just... the world needs more Kevins, you know? Alright. Well, Dreidel, I guess it's been fun. Take that quick claw back. Later, you genderless top. Should have called it Beyblade. Alright, let's heal. And you know, let me tell you a quick story to give you an example of just how what's the word? Just how much of an effect it can have when people do that, and just how selfless this guy can be. So, like I said, we grew up together, and we actually were born only 5 days apart, which is actually a crazy coincidence when you think about it. Yeah, so he was born on... well, our birthdays are 5 days apart. His comes first, and we're the same age. And so, you know, we'll usually... I mean, when you're kids, you know, you always have a birthday party. So his would come first, and then I would usually do mine like the weekend after, and we'd get each other gifts, and then it's great having a birthday in November, because it's just far enough away from Christmas that you still get, you know, that full feeling of it being two whole separate celebrations. Okay, so real quick, we've got a Honchkrow here. I guess that'll be our new team member, hopefully, if I can catch it. Gonna, of course, attempt to paralyze it first. That's always the move. So last year, oh shit. Hold on. Don't. Okay. Level difference is enough that's just fine. Definitely gonna have to switch out after the Thunder Wave though. So last year, we both turned 23. And he had his party planned, and I hadn't really thought about it too much. I was like, you know, I just didn't have it in me to plan a whole thing and make a big celebration and do all that. Let's see, what can I hit this with that won't kill it? Maybe Energy Ball? Seems kind of risky, but I'm gonna go for it. And okay, I can chip away at it a little bit more. So, he had a party planned, and it was just going to be like 4 or 5 of us. We were going to hang out at, there's this portable building right by the church that he goes to, and he has a key, and he, because he works there, and so he's allowed to, you know, we get to just use it for hanging out, watching movies and stuff. It's a really nice spot. And so it was going to be there. He's like, yeah, it's just going to be a few of us, it's going to be real chill. I'm gonna try a Premier Ball just because I feel like it. And we're just gonna play some video games, maybe play a little Werewolf. Which, if you don't know what Werewolf is, it's a super dope card game. It's like, there's other versions of it called like Mafia. Basically, you all just sit around, And you know what? I actually don't feel like going into that right now because it doesn't pertain to the story. If you want to look it up, it's super fun. I don't think it's too expensive. You just have some cards and you sit around and play with your friends. You need a pretty decent sized group, but it's a great game. So we were going to do that, just hang out. And so, I'm trying to remember exactly how this went down. Alright, we got Honchcrow. Gonna have to take a break from the story again to nickname it here. Is it a male? Oh, it is. Okay, perfect. Just makes me think of Edgar Allan Poe, so I'm gonna call it Edgar. So I think I worked that day, maybe, and then I was gonna be the last one to arrive at the party because of that. Or, wait, no. No, that's not right. Let's see. I think I was supposed to be getting there first, actually. Or maybe, yeah, I think Kevin was going to get there and then me. And so he asked me to pick up the pizza that he had ordered for the party. And it was like a carry-out, you know, Pizza Hut order. So I went in, and I got the pizza. And it seemed like a lot of pizza for the amount of people that was supposed to be at this party. But I was like, yeah, whatever, I guess we're going to have plenty of food, you know, it's great. I planned ahead. And so I got there, and there was nobody there. And he had texted me telling me, like, yeah, I had to step out to go get something else to prepare, so nobody's there yet, but the door's unlocked, so you can just go in and set the pizza down, and then I'll be there soon. So I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. So I got there, and of course there's no cars there, there's nobody there. So I set the pizza down, and I went to go make sure the door was unlocked, and I opened the door, and then all of a sudden, there's freaking music playing, the lights turn on, there's confetti flying everywhere, and like 3 times as many people as I was expecting. And they're all dancing around and yelling and saying happy birthday and stuff. This motherfucker turned his own birthday party into a surprise joint birthday party for me as well. And man, that was just... it blew me away. That was one of the nicest things anyone has ever done for me. It meant so much, and we had just an amazing time. And people had gifts for me, people had gifts for him, and it was just, it was something else. I never in a million years would have expected somebody to do that. Not even him. Ooh, Dragonair. Man, I wish I could have run into one of those. That's alright, maybe its moveset is shit. Probably lucked out not having it. I don't think it has flying type yet, but let's just see how Power Jam does. Pretty decent damage. You know, I really feel like I should just grind in the grass here a little bit. Get my lower leveled Pokemon up a bit because I don't want to get another death from a trainer battle. Oh, what are you trying to learn? Meteor Mash? Yes, please. Get out of here, Switcheroo. But yeah, I'm excited to try that new mic out. Oh good, this isn't a trainer. Hey, get back here. Only one Pokemon can stroll with you in a Pokewalker. I can't decide which one. First world problems alert. Okay, so we got Edgar. What moves does he have? Ooh, just got a little shiver. Slash. Sheer Cold. See? Oh my gosh, I could have been hit with that. That would have been terrible. Dream Eater, and then Hydro Cannon. Oh, user must rest on the next turn. That's not great. Also, special attack is significantly lower than physical attack with this guy. Dream Eater would be great, except I don't have Hypnosis or anything, so Probably not going to be getting too much use out of that. This moveset is actually, it looks good on the surface, but it's kind of crap. I guess I'll just, yeah, I'll just heal him up with items, whatever. Not an antidote for paralyzation. Paralyze heal, if I could just click the right one. And a quick potion up, or 2. No one is going to do it. It's only level 10. See, this is a problem. I need freaking rare candies is what I need. But before we continue on, I am going to take one of my signature super unprofessional quick bathroom breaks. So use this chance to get up yourself, have a little stretch, maybe grab a soda, grab a beer, snack, whatever, and I'll be back in like a minute. Okay, welcome back. I say to myself because you've probably been here the whole time. Actually, you probably just skipped ahead till you heard me talk again. But whatever, I'm not cutting it out. Alright, now let's just do a little grinding. That's a Rayquaza. Best legendary of all time. It's only level 10, I can take this thing on. Who has Ice Punch? Polly? Get in there. Mirror move. Man, why can I never run into the legendaries when I'm about to catch a new team member, huh? But yeah, you know, I'm feeling good about life today. I really am. This depression's been kicking my ass for a while now, and I am back, and it feels great, let me tell you. Let's see, anyone else lower level that I can do some damage with? Not really. It's just gonna have to be, Polly, really. Alright, we'll get in there. Polly can just be my top tier powerhouse. But yeah, honestly... Oh, right, it has Side Beam. Whatever. No, not whatever. That does a lot. I'll be fine. Yeah, honestly, though, I am crushing it right now. I mean, I'm in the middle of the surprise 3-day weekend. Normally I just have Mondays and Tuesdays off, but for whatever reason they gave me Wednesday off this week too. Which is of course at the sacrifice of losing out on pay because I have less hours, but yeah, I've just been taking care of shit, you know, doing the dishes. I have house plants. I mean, I'm getting out there. I'm had my Dungeons and Dragons group last night. Went over and had dinner with my parents the night before and just got into some super great, deep conversation. I was only going to stop by there. My mom invited me over for a bowl of chili. And the next thing I know, it's been 2 hours, it's been 3 hours. And when I'm hanging out with my parents, we get in deep when we conversate. Small talk ain't shit. Let's see here. Dundee can probably handle this. I mean, we really get into it, and like we go back and forth, but we're respectful and we're honest, and we just it's awesome. I love them to death. And yeah, just been feeling good, just been taking it easy on myself and not feeling the weight of the world on my shoulders. It's good, it's freeing. I also find it really helps to just write down a list of stuff I want to get done on my days off. And even if I don't get all of it done, it's nice to just feel that sense of pride and accomplishment, if you get that reference. And just cross stuff off as I get it done. I still have a few things to take care of tomorrow, but it really helps just pull me out of my head and feel like my life is worthwhile, you know? And it is. Been really enjoying the change of weather around here too, as I've mentioned before. It's I wore jeans for the first time since like early spring. I had multiple days where it didn't get above 65, which I am loving. It's been today was great. It was raining a little bit on and off, but it wasn't anything too intense. I really enjoyed driving in the rain. Actually, it's very relaxing. Except when other people who are driving in the rain don't know what they're doing and feel like they have to go 10 under the speed limit the whole time. But I try not to let it get to me. You know, everyone's got their shit. Maybe their tires are almost bald, like mine were before I got new ones today. Or maybe they have some really fragile stuff in their car and they have to go slow. Or maybe they're just scared of driving in the rain. Maybe they had an accident. You know, it's I really try to think about that kind of stuff. Because you never know what someone's story is, and it's easy to get pissed off when somebody's doing something that you don't like or that you don't agree with. But I think it's important to remember that we've all been through some different shit. And maybe that person's just having a really bad day, or there's always circumstances that you don't know about that probably could explain their actions. And I mean, if you're in a situation where you can ask, that could be very enlightening and helpful for you to just have a nice, respectful conversation about that. But even if you can't, what I like to do is just pretend. Just make something up in my head. Think, have I done that? And if so, what was going on with me, and why did I do it? Maybe that's what's going on with them. Or just make up a scenario that explains it to the point where I can just let it go and not hold it against them, whatever it is. We gotta forgive each other, you know, we're all a little broken, we're all human. And it's okay. Now don't get me wrong, if somebody really wrongs you, really hurts you, you should definitely let them know. So that they can at least understand that their actions have an impact on people that may not necessarily be favorable, but you don't have to berate them for it. Now, I wonder if there are different Pokemon in this different grass. I'm guessing there are. Or is it just another Rayquaza? Yep, it's another Rayquaza. This dude has the best legendary theme too. His music is so intense. I love it. Alright, yeah, I guess just get back in there, Paul. Oh wait, no, I can hit him with a rock-type move. Which I don't have anymore because Tradle's dead. Oh wait, no, I'm stupid. It's Dundee who has it, isn't it? Yeah, okay, we good. We good. But yeah, it's almost fall. There's only like 3 more days of... I was 5 levels higher. Oh my god, the wild Pokemon in this stupid national park that are level 10 are just straight murdering my team. This is ridiculous. Oh, you're going down, Rayquaza. You are going down. At least it was one of the newer guys. Not as attached. Just gotta move forward, man. That's all we can do. I'm definitely glad that I modified the rules on this a bit to make it easier, though, because holy shit, I would be so screwed otherwise. And we trek back down to the Pokemon Center once again. How many times am I going to have to run this thing back and forth? Oh my Christ. That didn't even make sense. Oh my Christ? And you know, I really like the fall. Just to continue that thought there, it's probably my favorite season at this point. When I was in school, it used to be summer, especially before I went through puberty and started getting super sweaty every time it hits above 65 degrees. Now I don't like it so much. I mean, there is definitely still something nice about just feeling that warm sun on you. But the fall is cool. I get to wear jeans and sweatshirts again. And I just feel so much more comfortable in jeans and a hoodie than I do in shorts and a t-shirt. But, oh whoops, I almost forgot to release the dead guy. Well, I did forget. I just remembered again. Then again, is it really forgetting if the memory is still there somewhere and it's just not being accessed currently? I don't know. I will take that. And goodbye, Crocodile Dundee. You honestly probably won't be missed all that much, but still, you're dead. And that's not favorable. You can tell I feel very strongly about this. But yeah, fall's great. I mean, you got the leaves changing colors, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But it's also a little bit sad for me this year because the first day of fall will also mark my 1-year anniversary of being single. And it was a pretty messy breakup. I don't feel like going into the details of it right now, but suffice to say, just this time of year, it's kind of a little bit soiled for me now after that. Makes me sad. But that's okay. It's okay to be sad. You know, I'm not afraid to admit that I cry sometimes. I even have a playlist of songs that I call Feels. Feels playlist, and I'll listen to it when I'm feeling sad, when I need to just get through some emotions. I think it's really healthy to do that, and not just try to shove that stuff down because, I mean, we're human, you know? Unless you're a complete psychopath, you feel emotion, and you gotta process that somehow. Otherwise, it'll probably just come out of you in a not so healthy way. You know what's weird though? People put their Halloween decorations out way too fucking early. Like, I don't know what it is, but I started seeing stuff like almost like 3 weeks ago when it was definitely still August, like the end of August, maybe the beginning of this month. And I mean, look, Halloween's cool. I love that, you know, I get that people want to celebrate and be festive and stuff, but for some reason it was only on the military base too, on the Navy base that I deliver to with Domino's. there were Halloween decorations out when there was still almost a full month left of summer. Oh, I should take this guy's phone number. Only because I've decided I'm gonna do that with everybody. It's actually kind of annoying, but whatever. Now should I? Yeah, it was a new death, so I can still catch something new in this route again. Maybe I'll get lucky and nab the Rayquaza. Let's see what we can do here. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Eradicate. Of all the cool shit that is in this route, Rayquaza, Venusaur, Dragonair, fucking whatever else. I think those are the main three I noticed. Eradicate? I'm pissed, man. This is such a train wreck. What can I hit it with? This is all gonna kill it, I bet. You know what? It's Eradicate. I'm sure it'll get in the ball. But yeah, I just don't get it. I don't know why people put stuff out so early. Like, it's still not even close to October, and that shit is everywhere. I was in Fred Meyer today, which, if you don't know, it's just a big grocery chain. It's Kroger. It's the same as like QFC and whatever else. Same owner. I don't even think I should be wasting Great Balls on this thing, to be honest. Excuse the fuck out of me. Don't know if that burp got picked up on the mic, but it was gross. Maybe I'll try to hit it with one of my weaker Pokemon. It might be kind of risky sending Edgar in there, but that's okay. Should be fine. What the hell was that? Was that just Edgar's cry? That was a weird noise. Slash. Okay, he should be able to survive one more of those if I don't crit it, but I'm going to try to throw a ball first, just in case. Because even though I really don't want this thing, in the spirit of the challenge, I have to do my best to catch it. Yeah, so I was walking through Fred Meyer, and you know, they have the greeting card aisle. And like, I swear, like, 2/3 of it was Halloween stuff. It was all orange. And it just seems like this stuff keeps happening earlier and earlier every year, just so that they can sell stuff. And people buy into it, because they're like, oh, it's August. Halloween's almost here. Okay. Oh my gosh. What do I name this thing? I don't even care right now. Now, half my team is underleveled. Just what I hoped. Oh, what does it have? Oval Stone. Whatever. Alright. So, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go down and heal again. And then I'm going to go to a route where the Pokemon are not so difficult to defeat. And do a little grinding there. And it's going to be boring. But that's okay, because it'll give me time to just talk about some stuff. Seriously, I don't know what's up with my throat. It's been like this for years. I don't think I have any sort of condition, but it's just like there's always too much mucus and phlegm, and it's just caught in there, and I have to get rid of it somehow. And it's usually not enough, or not in the right spot where I can kind of, you know, hawk it out and spit it. So I just have to clear my throat and deal with it. And eventually, every few days, it'll just build up enough, and then I'll just cough out this solid chunk of mucus. It's really disgusting. Okay, let's see what the levels are like in the route to the south. Route, excuse me. Higher level, but it's a Kakuna, so I can't really complain. Now, I used to work at a Dollar Tree for a few months. It was just like a 4-hour shift, twice a week. I would just unload the truck and then stock shelves. And man, the worst was when Christmas rolled around. And by Christmas, I mean, you know, as soon as Halloween was over, beginning of November. Actually, we would get the stuff in before that and then just put it out as soon as Halloween was over. And, that was me cracking my neck. Stocking that stuff was the worst. Because, I mean, I'm sure if you've ever been inside a Dollar Tree around that time of year, it's just paper, snowflakes and shit, and everything is covered in glitter. I walked out of there that day looking like I got gang raped by a bunch of fucking glitter fairies. It was the worst. That stuff gets everywhere and it doesn't come out, too. You know, you have a girl over and she has glitter on her face and you're washing that shit out of your pillow for 3 months. Okay, so Edgar has pretty good physical attack. That's cool, I guess. At least it's fully evolved. Nope, that's not what I meant to hit. How does that happen so much? Alright, let's just throw in the front. Get him some XP. Watch as this ends up being the only Pokemon that I currently have that makes it all the way to the goddamn champion. Oh, I didn't even check its moves, did I? What do you got? Flash Cannon, Swift, I don't know what all these do, hold up. Okay, well, I know Swift is 60, never misses. Magnet Rise is just temporary levitate, don't care about that. Night Slash. That's good, that's good, I like that. Flash Cannon is also pretty good. Okay, so you got a couple decent moves there, bud. Let's go ahead and use Flash Cannon, because I think it has slightly higher power. This is also a better place to grind because it's close to the Pokemon Center, so I can just run in there. Definitely gonna have to switch out again. I really wish I could find an XP share or two. That's a good drink. So refreshing. Little bit sour, which I like. Oh my god. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Poison gas. Not that. Leaf blade his ass. But yeah, you know, this show, I still don't know what this is. Like, I have some vague ideas of things that I want to do, but I don't have, like, an end goal for what I want it to look like. You know, if I had... Oh God. Does poison kill from walking around in this game? I need to make sure I have antidotes and I use them. I think because in later gens, at least, it'll only take it down to 1 HP and then the poison will just go away. But I think in the earlier games like this, it will actually take you down to 0 and faint your Pokemon. Can't let that happen. I guess the one problem with the modified Nuzlocke rules that I'm doing is that there's no limit to how many Pokemon I can catch total, as opposed to a regular one where you only get one per route or area and that's it forever. So it's hard for me to get as attached to the Pokemon that I've just caught because I know I can always replace it, but yeah, I'm still gonna do my best. Fuck was I talking about? Yeah, I don't know what this show is, honestly. I'm just feeling it out and I'm just trying things one at a time and just seeing what happens. If you're watching this, let me know what you think. It would be awesome to have some feedback so I can know what people are enjoying and what they aren't, if anything. But either way, I'm just doing this to have fun, and you know, I've had some ideas. I've thought about streaming. I've thought about doing some different types of video content, maybe a different series. But honestly, there's not much motivating me to do that. And I'm having fun with this, and I want to keep doing it this way because if oh, there's the antidotes. How do I explain this? If I'm just not at the point where I want to put in a ton of effort to do something like super unique and difficult or whatever, because wow, my thoughts are just all over the place. I can't I don't know how to say what I'm trying to say. It's frustrating. Basically, I don't have that rock type move anymore. What do I have? What do I have? Really wish I had an electric type move that could actually do damage. Yeah, this ain't great. I guess we'll just switch into whoever's strongest right now. Holly can do some damage. Bottom line is, this is what it is, and I'm going to keep doing this and making little changes and just seeing how it goes. And maybe things will change in the future, you know. But the thing is, if I were to really sit down and put together a big plan, and come up with something really just unique and something that I really think people, that you guys will enjoy watching, and something like, if my end goal is to get views, I feel like that wouldn't be me being true to myself. And I just want to, if I'm not having fun with this, then I just won't keep doing it. And then it won't be there, and even if I forced myself to do it, it probably wouldn't be fun to watch because I wouldn't be having a good time. God, that noise is so obnoxious. I don't know why I'm trying to defend myself so hard on this. Just it is what it is. I do have some ideas of little things that I want to try differently. But it's not going to stop me from putting videos out. I mean, like I mentioned, I'm going to have a new mic for the next one, so that'll be good. I have been writing down ideas of things I want to talk about. And, you know, throughout the week... Oh, hell yeah, Jirachi, that's dope. Wait a second. Never mind. For a second I thought that for some reason I thought that I was still missing a team member and I was supposed to catch something on this route, but no, I'm just going crazy, I'm just stupid. Because yeah, if I tried to come up with like a big plan and had all these grand goals, I don't know that I would have even started. That shit just... It, gets in the way sometimes, you know? I just had to... I just want to just sit down and play some games and have some fun. And... You know, it's not all going to be the same. Some episodes I'm going to be really chill, some episodes I might be a little more fired up, and that's just life. That's just me being real. I think Missile is a bug type move. What am I doing putting Murderer in here? Oh my god. Don't crit this last one, please. Okay. Gonna have to switch out again. Into Edgar, I guess. No, you know what? This thing just needs to go down. Let's throw in a burp and then Polly. And yeah, sometimes I might just stop playing for a bit and just talk. Sometimes I might not have anything to say and I might just be focusing on the game. Think of it like this. Like, you're just hanging out with me. You know, I'm sitting here playing a game, you're over on the couch watching. I'm basically your older brother. We're just chilling. And, you know, whatever happens, happens. That sounded weird, you know what I mean. I'm a little brother. I have an older brother. He's about 3.5 years older than me. And I used to love just sitting and watching him play video games, you know? We would talk, he would play, I would just watch and hang out. It's a good time. So just sit back, relax, and just go along for the ride. Oh, we got a Blossom with Sandstream. I guess I'll just keep swifting it because I get stabbed from that. It's not a bad move to have, honestly. Oh, that did nothing. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, good, good, good. There's been all these weird flies around lately. Or at least, they're pretty much gone now, but it was like a week ago. They would... So we, yeah, I think it was actually a week before Monday. We came out from playing Dungeons and Dragons, and there's this big white tent. Well, not tent, like this big, you know when you go to like a farmer's market or something, and they have those big tent-like things with just the 4 poles at the corners, and it's just a like plastic roof to keep the rain out. There's one of those over like a few picnic tables out front of the church, and we looked on the side of it, and it was absolutely coated in these flies. Not like, you know, there's like house flies that are like maybe the size of a dime. These things were much smaller. They're like little flies. They're like the size of, I don't know, like half the size of a pea. And these things, I mean, in a like a 1 square foot area, there were probably like at least like a few dozen. Like they just were coating the outside of this tent thing. And it was really bizarre. They weren't really flying around or anything. They were just kind of chilling there, moving every now and then. Nope, I'll put Murderer for this. Does Flamecorn have the fire type move? No. I guess it's only Polly now that does. Okay. This is... Oh, this grinding sucks, but I have to do it. I don't want more deaths. I guess I could just Earthquake it, actually. And yeah, it was just weird, and then it wasn't only there that we saw them, or that I saw them, because then the next day, or a couple days later, I was delivering pizzas for work, and I would see, like, I would go up to a customer's house, and they'd have, you know, you got the big wooden door, and then there's like the two little narrow windows on each side of it, and then the one window on top, and the windows were coated in these little flies too. I don't know what the deal was, but they were just everywhere for like a few days, and then they disappeared. And I didn't really see them like flying around anywhere, like in swarms. They were just kind of covering surfaces. It was kind of bizarre. Made me think of these caterpillars we used to get every few years. I've seen them around every now and then, but like every few years they come back. But when I was a kid, there seemed to be a lot more of them. We call them tent caterpillars. I don't know if that's like a technical name, but that's what we call them. And I remember this one summer, I started seeing them, and they're, you know, just like cute little, I think they're like orange and black, just fuzzy little caterpillars, a couple inches long. And then out of nowhere, they just took over. And what they do is they have this like silk, kind of like a spider's web, and they'll just wrap up trees. And I mean, you would see like an oak tree, and this thing was completely covered in this web stuff. Just white all over, all the branches are like tied together. And it's these caterpillars, and there's like thousands of them in one tree, and they would just be like raining down on you if you walked under it. It's fucking weird, man. Oh my god. Really struggling with this. The Kakuna used Roost. Are you kidding me? Sludge, I guess? Nope. Bug resists poison. I should have known that. I should have known that. But, yeah, I mean, I'd rather have caterpillars than spiders. I've seen images of, I think it's like Australia, where sometimes these spiders will take over and it'll look like the whole fucking field and trees is just completely coated in snow, but it's spiderweb. Fuck that, man. Spiders don't scare me, but I don't know which ones are poisonous and which ones aren't, or venomous, I should say. So I guess that scares me a little bit, but they don't like freak me out a ton. I just don't want them in my house. I will kill them. I don't even care. If I see one on my wall, I grab a tissue, I pull that thing off the wall, I ball the tissue up, crush it with my fist, and I throw it in the trash. Okay, well, it is level 12 now, so that's something. Guess I should go back up and heal. No, you know what? It's fine. I can just keep switching out to my stronger ones for now. Honestly, I feel like I should probably go back up to the national park and get more XP because the Pokemon up there are stronger, and just use my higher leveled ones to deal the damage and hits. I think it'll probably go a little faster. I knew I was going to have to do this at some point. I just wasn't expecting to lose so many lives in such a short period of time. Goldenrod has such a nice tune. Oh, I keep forgetting I have a bike. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm actually so bad at controlling this with my D-pad, and it's really embarrassing. Alright. I don't know why I got off there. I'm gonna get up and grab a glass of water real quick. I already had a glass filled up over there on the counter. Thanks, past me. Thanks so much. Okay. Oh, no, I can't do this. I cannot do this. You know why? That thing has sheer cold. Not messing with that. Not worth the risk. No way, Jose. It's a bat. Yeah, so I had this little incident at work that I wanted to talk about. So, most of the time, 99 times out of 100 at least, customers are fine. I mean, it's such a brief interaction because I just walk up to the door, they sign the thing or they give me the cash, I give them their food, and I go on my merry way. Usually not a whole lot of small talk going on because they just want their food, I just want to get back and take another run. So it pretty much consists of, you know, hey, how's it going? Oh, not bad, how about you? Oh, pretty good. Anyway, sign this please. And then sometimes I'll read their order back to them. Most of the time I really don't care because we get it right. But yeah, it's just that. And then they say thanks, and I say thanks for the tip sometimes because I really appreciate people tipping, even though it's expected most of the time. That's just how it is around here. But I really appreciate it because people are giving me their money and they don't have to. You use dive, I should switch, huh? Get in there, Lily. You haven't seen a whole lot of battle this episode yet. So usually that's how it goes. But this one instance last week, I pulled in, and this other car pulled into the driveway behind me. There were already a few other cars in the driveway, so I wasn't sure if this was the person who ordered the pizza or maybe they were having a party. So I just pulled off to the side, let him pull ahead of me into the driveway. And then I got out, grabbed the bag with the pizzas in it, grabbed the clipboard with the receipt and the pen. And then this guy parked, he got out of his truck. And I was like, hey, did you order this? Is it your signature I need? And he's like, no, it's my friend. She lives here, I'm just visiting. And I'm paraphrasing here, I don't remember exactly what was said. And then I was like, oh, okay. And so I turned and was about to walk up to the front door to ring the bell and get his friend to come out, the person who lived there, to sign for the pizza. Like you do. And then this guy, and this was like a probably middle-aged gentleman, maybe 40s, 50s. Don't remember much else of what he looked like, but he just started trying to grab the whole hot bag with the pizzas in it out of my hands. And I kind of pulled back a little bit, and I was like, oh, sorry, I need the signature first. I can't just give this to you, because you're not even the person who ordered it. It's not your card, it's not your payment. And he just got so mad and started like mouthing off to me. And I guess what happened was he wanted to, excuse me, he wanted to play a little joke on his friend and walk up there with the pizza bag and pretend that he was the delivery guy because he got there at the same time as me. But he didn't tell me any of this, he just started trying to grab it. And I was like, no, that's not how it works. And he just got all irate. He was like, oh, you're no fun. And again, he had not explained to me what he was intending to do at this point. Should switch definitely. So it was just weird, and he was like, just so frustrated and standoffish, and I had no idea what was going on. I was like, I don't understand. What's the problem? And then the lady came out of the house, and I was about to hand her the receipt to sign, and this guy was still just mouthing off to me. He's like telling her like, oh, I just wanted to play a little joke, and this guy's just being a jerk. He's no fun. What an asshole. All this stuff. And I was just so dumbfounded because, like, here's the thing. I'm just trying to do my job, okay? You get the signature and then you give him the food. That's just how it works. Cosmic power, huh? I don't care. And so this fucking guy, he started walking away towards the house, and he called me a jerk again, and I was like, oh, am I really? Well, have a nice day. Just trying to diffuse the situation, you know. I didn't want to really engage with him at that point, and I mean, I was nervous. I didn't know what was going on. And this fucking lady, his friend, she didn't say shit. And honestly, that kind of pissed me off more. She was just standing there watching this whole thing happen, watching her friend be super rude to a customer service worker, just trying to do his job, your boy here. And she didn't say anything about it. She didn't even acknowledge what was going on. And, oh right, this thing has side beam. Whatever, I can take it. And so I just turned to her, I was like, sign this please. And she said thanks, and I was like, yeah, no problem, have a nice day. And I just turned to my car and got the fuck out of there. And so obviously, this guy was being a total douche to me for no reason. He did say before he walked away, like, oh, you know, then he told me what he was intending to do. And I don't remember what I said. I think I was like, well, I just repeated again, like, oh, well, I needed the signature first. And then I mentioned, like, oh, and the bag doesn't come with it, because he was trying to grab the whole thing. And he was like, oh, I was going to give it back to you. But it's like, how was I supposed to know that? So, it really got on my nerves. But the thing is, I don't know what, there's something wrong with me where when something like that happens and I get caught in a situation, I wasn't even mad at the guy at first. All I could think about was I didn't handle it well. And I just put it on myself, and I just felt crappy about myself for what happened. And all I could think about was, you know, I wish I had maybe stood up to him a little bit more. I wish I had said, like, hey buddy, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to ruin your fun, I just trying to do my job, and there's a procedure to this, you know, I hope you understand. But none of that came to my mind at the time, and I don't know, I've thought about it a little bit more now, and I've come to the place of being okay with what happened, because I just did the best that I could, and, you know, it was just a weird situation. He was being a douche. But, yeah, I just don't do well with confrontation or in situations like that at all. Let me know if you can relate to that, because I know I can't be the only one out there. I mean, it's tough, you know, when something like that happens and you feel like you should act a certain way, but I don't know, I just, it's hard to, like, think and talk at the same time sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like, just get caught in that fight or flight response and just kind of react without thinking about what you're trying to say. But all you can do is try. And, you know, maybe that guy, that's what I like to think about, is maybe he was just having a really, really bad day. And, you know, he probably had it in his mind, like, oh, I pulled in right behind the pizza guy, this is so cool, I'm gonna show my friend, you know, pretend that I'm delivering it to her, and it's gonna be this fun little moment. And if he had explained that to me, if he was like, hey, listen, I know it's not my card, but is there any chance I could carry the bag up there and you hang back for a second while I make this little joke, and then we'll do the signature afterwards? Honestly, I probably would have done it, because that's respectful and understanding, but he didn't do that. What am I looking for? Right, I wanted to see about hold items. I'll give that to... And then Edgar can have... what does the oval stone do? Don't need that. Right, I gotta be careful with these because I can only use them once. So anyway, that's really it. Not sure why exactly I am telling you this story, but yeah, let me know if something like that has ever happened to you guys, and how you dealt with it, and if you can relate to that feeling like, oh, I did something wrong. Honestly, for me, I feel like it's kind of self-centered to put the whole thing on myself and be like, oh, this is all because of me, when in reality there's so many factors to it, but that's just where my mind goes, you know? It's that anxiety, it's tough. And like I said, I've been going through kind of a rough patch the last couple weeks anyway, so that just didn't help. Ah, man, sorry to go down that. That was kind of a downer, huh? But you know, this shit happens. Can't be. Nobody's perfect. And I definitely learned something from that situation, and I can only hope that he did too. Or that the lady did. Because let me tell you, after having worked in retail and food service, I do my best to be kind and respectful to customer service workers. Shit's hard, man. You gotta deal with so many people, and it's interesting though, some people seem like they just are on the ball all the time. Like whatever is happening, they're just ready with a response that just makes sense, and they hold their own, and they say things that they just know what to do. And I know that, you know, everyone struggles with different things, and we're all just kind of stumbling through this life trying to figure it out as we go, but I don't know. A lot of the time I feel like I'm at a deficit. Like it's, I just don't have that. Whatever that is, that ability to just be with it and be thinking about what I want to say while I'm trying to say it, and not feel caught off guard whenever something like that happens. It's the same with like what else it has to do with is I really value just being genuine. Like I don't like to pretend, I don't like to put on a face, I don't like to, you know, be something that I'm not. It's just exhausting, and I'm terrible at it too. I feel like if I were to try, everyone would be able to see right through it. Yeah, whatever that is, that like combination of genetics and upbringing and practice and talent, whatever it is that allows people to just pretend and act and, you know, behave in a way that is not in line with their mindset or what's really going on with them. I just don't have that. And that's okay. but I feel like it would come in handy sometimes. Especially like even when I played D&D with my buds, my friends, it's really hard for me to get in character and roleplay. Most of the time I'm just kind of reacting to what's happening in the game, and it's just kind of me. It's not really a character. Like my character has a background and everything, and I have ideas for how I want him to behave, and things that I, character development that I want to happen as the campaign goes on. But I have to really think about it and have something planned out for it to go that way, because if I'm just going off the cuff and reacting to the situation, and everyone else is talking and they have their input, and I end up just kind of going with whatever I would do personally. Like I tried to do a little bit of a voice first week or two that we played this with these characters that we're using right now, and it just fell off. I just talk like my normal self. A couple of the other guys, they do voices pretty well. One of them, we have a new character, well, just a new party member who joined our group pretty recently, and he's a bard, and he's like actually singing and like coming up with random little songs just off the cuff. It's hilarious. I mean, most of them are bad, but they're also like good. Like they're not super clever, but it's really entertaining and just fun to interact with him while he's in that character. If you've never played Dungeons and Dragons, I know it has a reputation for just being super geeky, and I mean it is, but it's also legitimately really fun. Anyone could get into it. It's like an adventure role-playing video game, but it's mostly just in your heads, and you imagine things, and you play off each other, and you just, our DM, he draws up maps and things, but a lot of it is just kind of imagining what's happening and trying to put yourself in that situation, and you can basically do anything. Very open-ended. I guess I'll sludge it. I think it has a chance to poison. It's just gonna keep using Petal Dance, huh? Well, good thing I have a Murderer in here right now. Honestly though, sometimes I get worried about my mental health. Not just because, I struggle with a little bit of anxiety and depression here and there. I mean, it really sucks sometimes, but like I'm learning to manage it, and it's, I'm working on it. But with stuff like how at odds I feel like I am in a lot of social situations, it's I don't know. I mean, sometimes I feel like I can attribute it a little bit to the fact that I was homeschooled for a while, up until 4th grade, because it's kind of hard to develop social skills when you're not at school with other kids your age. So maybe I'm just a little bit behind socially from that. But I don't know, I'm like a mental hypochondriac almost. Maybe not quite that severe, but hypochondriac is someone who constantly thinks they have some medical issue. I feel like I have like every mental disorder sometimes a little bit, which obviously is not true. Like I'm doing okay, but when I have to like really struggle just to interact with a coworker in a casual conversation, I'm like, geez, am I like on the spectrum or something? I don't know, man. And I suppose it doesn't really matter. All I can do is just manage and learn how to deal with whatever. Just get better. That reminds me, so when I first switched from homeschooling to public school, at my elementary school, they had this program called the Venture Program, which was basically like an advanced thing for the kids who were supposedly, a little bit higher level than everyone else. So there would be like the regular 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, and then there was the venture 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, and that was what I was in, and that's where I met a lot of my friends. And I don't know, I didn't know any different. That was just where my parents decided that I belonged, and so that's what I did. And I mean, we were ahead of some of the other classes in like math and certain things, but I didn't feel like I was any different, really. And then in junior high, when we all went up there, they had a similar program called the Magnet, which was for social studies, English, and science. And it was, again, just a separate class where everything was supposed to be a little bit more advanced, and all of us super nerdy kids would hang out in there, and it was, you know, it was just class to us. But they decided we were, I guess, a little cut above, and so they put us in there, and it was just what it was. And then years later, I still have a pretty tight group of friends from all those classes. You know, we went through it all together, and now we have a group chat that we're all in, and we just post memes and talk about what's going on in our lives sometimes. And a little while back, somebody mentioned, he was like, what did he say? It was basically to the effect of that maybe those advanced programs were actually a ruse so that they could have a place to put all of us autism kids, and we're really just all on the spectrum and nobody ever told us. And of course that's just a joke. I thought it was pretty funny. And I know that, I mean, no offense if someone actually has autism spectrum disorder, I know that can be pretty serious and debilitating and make it really difficult to go about one's daily life. But the interesting thing about that, and other disorders like it, is, I mean, it is a spectrum. So you have people who have it pretty bad, and it's a real struggle just to live normally. And that's really sad, you know, but there's so many resources out there for those people to get help and be able to manage their lives, and I think that's awesome. And then there's the people on the other end of the spectrum who just have some symptoms, and you know, it affects them a little bit, and oh shit, I can't battle this thing, it has sheer cold, I almost forgot. That was a close one. And they're still on the spectrum, but they don't have it as bad as some other people, but it still is that. But what I think about sometimes is, what about someone who has some of the symptoms, or I don't even know if I would call them symptoms at that point, but some of those traits to a degree that is just under the threshold of being considered at the low end of that spectrum. So like there's the people who are on the low end of the autism spectrum, and then there's people who are below that, who aren't considered to have it at all, but they still have something along those lines. And it's like, I feel like that could be said for everything, or a lot of things. For depression, you might not have clinical depression, or you might not have severe clinical depression or even mild clinical depression, but you might still experience it more than, you know, the average person. Or you might not have a severe anxiety disorder or a minor one, you might just be just below that threshold. And it's just interesting to think about, because in a way we all have some traits for all of those things, and we all struggle with feeling anxious and depressed from time to time, or even like potentially in my case, like I'm talking about, sometimes I feel like maybe I have a little bit of the tism, but like, yeah, I totally just stole that from Theo Vaughn. Shouldn't have said it that way, but you know what I mean. And so it's like we have these labels that we put on these things if someone has it to a certain degree, and I think that can be helpful because it gives them a starting off place on how to manage it. But when you get right down to it, we all struggle with these things to some degree. Like another example is Tourette's. There's this guy, Mark Elliott, I think is his name. and he has a few videos on YouTube. He was actually on, speaking of Theovon, he was on his podcast this past weekend, a while back, and basically, to sum it up, this guy had Tourette's, and he was able to overcome it, which is absolutely fascinating. It's a really, really interesting story. Uh-oh. Okay, Polly's fine. That confusion is fucking with me, though. I gotta switch out. And, yeah, so I was listening to Mark Elliott talk about this, and how, really, in a way, we all have just a little bit of Tourette's, in the sense that we all feel uncomfortable sometimes, and we all have some, maybe not all of us, but most of us have some kind of a little nervous tick or a physical thing that we do to just, you know, get rid of that feeling of discomfort, whether it's, you know, scratching your nose or shifting your footing or something. And so I just like to think about that because I find it comforting to know that it doesn't always matter whether you have an official diagnosis for something or not. You know, if you can relate to how somebody's feeling, then maybe you can help them, or maybe they can help you. Maybe you can provide an alternate perspective on what's going on, even if it's not as severe. You know, because we're all just human, and we all have these weird, crazy brains and super complex body parts and nerves, and all this just nonsense is going on. And we're only still just beginning to understand a lot of it as a species. And also, I don't really know what the fuck I'm talking about. These are just my thoughts and musings, you know, I don't know anything really about psychology or mental health disorders. I just know my experience and what I've observed and what makes sense to me in my head. I can be completely wrong about a lot of this, you know, feel free to tell me. Ah, man, this grinding sucks. This is the first Larvitar I've seen on this route, isn't it? There's a lot of variety. What can I hit him with? I guess I'll go, yeah, I'll just go Hydro Pump. Oh, I'm so excited to get this new mic set up. Stuff's supposed to get here either tomorrow or Thursday. Alright, well, I'm getting a little tired of talking. I'm going to start winding this down. Maybe just do a couple more battles here. I know this episode hasn't been very eventful in terms of actual game progress, but I gotta get these new team members leveled up a decent bit so that I can not lose them. Yeah, so if you have anything you want to ask me, or any topics you want me to touch on in the next episode, anything like that, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Maybe you just want to tell me I'm full of shit, or tell me my videos are boring, or what I can do better. I mean, I would prefer positive, constructive feedback, but really, if you're watching this, I just want to know, you know? Just say hey. Let me know you're out there. And yeah, or you can leave a comment down below, or you can send me an email. I set up a new email address specifically for this channel, so that if you want something to be a little bit more anonymous, you can send it that way so everyone else won't see your username attached to it. And when I bring it up in the next video, I will of course leave out your email address. You can put your name in the body of the email, or you can leave it out, do whatever you want. Text only though. And yeah, just let me know what your thoughts are, what's on your mind, and I'd be happy to bring it up. Maybe if you can relate to something that I talked about, or if you want advice on something. I don't know shit, I'm only 23 years old, but I'd be happy to give you just a outside perspective on anything you want. So that email address is CoreyJay1995@outlook.com. That's CoreyJay1995@outlook.com. You can find that down in the description as well if you want to send me something. But yeah, aside from that, really appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. It's been a blast. I had fun with this episode in spite of it being a little bit of a downer in terms of gameplay, but you know, that's fine. Next time we'll get back in there, do some battles, some trainers, progress the story a little bit. Hopefully, this isn't gonna work. I gotta switch out again. Holly is just the MVP here for sure. What is he trying to learn? Conversion. See, that could be useful, but it just feels like a waste of a turn when I could be dealing more damage. So I'm not gonna bother. Alright, well yeah, that'll about do it. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. And I will see you in the next one. Have a good night, y'all.